So question number one, this is the first question that has created a lot of intimacy, at least researched. All right. And the question is, what are you most grateful for in your life right now? So for me, I'm really, really amazingly grateful to you guys. And I'm not saying this because it's the right thing to say or it's a PR statement. My life has really changed because of you. You guys changed my life. If I did not have that social media following that I have today, right? I don't think I would be creating Ask Eric Live. I don't think I'll be, organizing this IG Live where I get to meet experts. So I don't know why, but I perform better when there's eyeballs on me. It's a very strange thing to say, but that's just the way I roll. I remember Preston, my fitness coach, noticed something. Like when I'm doing pull-ups with him, I could probably only do like 5, 6, 7. But the minute he switched on the camera and say, Eric, I'm gonna film this, all of a sudden I can do 10, 11, 12. So I'm just really fired up by eyeballs and attention and affection by you guys. So I became a much better person. I see that progress that I have, that, I started learning more. I started learning to become kinder, to become more empathetic, to become more positive, optimistic. So all that came about because of a following. So I'm really, really grateful for that. I'm grateful for you guys. And plus, if not for you guys, I would not have been able to travel the world to do what I do today. So thank you very much. If I have never said it enough, I just want to put it out there. I'm really very grateful for each and every one of you, who take time to watch me, to learn from me, to motivate me, to give me very, very encouraging words. It really means a world to me. So if you see me doing awesome things out there, I just want you to know that you have a part to play in it. It's because of you that I get to do what I do. And I just want to thank you for that. All right. So let's take a look at what are your answers right now. Okay. All right. Wow. Genesis, you are the first person to answer this question. So Genesis says, I'm very grateful for my family. I'm very grateful for good health. Lynn, same thing, family and friends. Wow, a lot of you guys are very, very grateful for your family. That's awesome. Yvonne Tang says, I'm really grateful that my income is pouring in. Alfonso says, I'm grateful for my good health. Amy Chan says, I'm alive. My existence. Yeah, I think sometimes we really, really take our existence for granted. We assume that just because we sleep tonight, we will wake up tomorrow morning, I hope my mom is not watching this or my dad's not watching this, because sometimes they do watch my life. But really, every time my mom and my dad leaves, to buy food or to do sports, I would really consciously tell myself that, this might be the last time I see them for whatever reason. I know it's very morbid, but I really actually do that. I would imagine that, oh my God, this might be the last time I see her. And I would really be present to her. Now, there are days where I don't, right? And I regret. So like, there are days where I'm so busy and they were like, she'll say like, okay, bye son, but I'll ignore her, and then after that, a few minutes later, I'll feel very guilty. I'm like, oh my God, what if this is the last time I see my mom? What if this is the last time I see my dad? Because, I just ignore her. So I think sometimes learning to appreciate that, you may not live forever. It's actually the best way to live your life. I think that was from the book Tuesday with Maury. He says that the only way that we can learn to live is when we first learn to die. The only way that we can learn to live is when we first learn to die. And what it really means is that if every day you live with the mindset that, today might be the last day of your life, that, this is it, man. This might be the last time you meet this person. This might be the last Ask Eric Live that you're doing. Like when you come from that point of view, right, that perspective, that lens, you will actually be a lot more present and you'll do your 120%. Like, I love you to try that. The next time around you hang out with your family, just assume that this is going to be the last time you hang out with them. Like when you meet up with your customers, assume that this is the last time you're going to meet up with your customers. When you have that death mentality, you will end up living a glorious, meaningful life, right? If what I just said, resonates with you, hit heart button, because I don't say this a lot in public, but really this is so important. It's more important than your MDRT. It's more important than your recruitment goals. I tell you, when you die, all right, when you're sleeping in your deathbed, I guarantee you're not going to think about your MDRT. all right? When you lean on your bed and you're taking your last breath, you're not going to think about the trophies that you have accumulated. You're not going to think about how many followers you have. You're not going to think about the Ferrari car that you drive. You're not going to think about all the MDRT awards that you have. You're not going to think about that. All you're going to think about is, you're going to think about, have I made a difference in somebody's life? Have I lived up to what I want my life to be about? Have I fulfilled my dreams? Like, one of the biggest disappointments in life is regret. And one of the things that you hear a lot from the nurses and the doctors is that on many people's deathbed, the biggest thing, it's not embarrassment, like, I did this thing and I failed, so malu, so embarrassing. No, people on their deathbed don't think about all the embarrassing things they have done. People on the deathbed don't think about failures. You know what people on the deathbed think about? They think about regrets. They think about things that they have not done. They think about words that they have not said. That's what people are regretting about. So don't ever fall into that trap. So as much as you go after your sales awards and all that, don't lose your health to go after those awards. Don't lose your friends just to go after these awards. Don't lose yourself, to go after all those awards. Really, it's not worth it, right? Because push come to shove, when you're dying on the bed, you will not think about MDRT. I guarantee you that. You will not think about, lifetime MDRT. Who cares? Nobody's going to think about that. All we think about is, did I do the right thing? Right? Have I made a difference in somebody else's life? So, wow, I don't know why this conversation went to this level. All right, but if this resonates with you guys, let me know in the comment section. All right. So yes, all right, we need to be grateful for every single day. Thank you very much, all of you guys, for leaving your comments, especially those of you who put about being alive. So the second question is, what is your most treasured memory? So I've prepared answers for that, because I have time to go over the question. So I have a lot of very treasured memories, right? Memories that I really love. But there was one particular memory that I wish I can go back in time to experience it again. So I used to live in a very, very small flat. Okay, not like my flat is very big right now, but I used to live in a very small flat where actually not very small. So there are 3 rooms, all right? So my sister have her own room. I have my own room. My parents have their own room, but it's still considered very small. And back then, only my parents' room have aircon. During our when we were younger, right? Air conditioner is a luxury. Would you agree? And it's not the Daikin kind of white aircon where the whole house is plugged into aircon. It's that kind of very noisy aircon. Have you ever heard of it? Right? This noisy aircon where you do, it's very noisy, right? But that aircon has green light, and my parents sleep in aircon room, and I always envy them, like, wow, how come so good they get to sleep in aircon? But me and my sister, we don't get to sleep in aircon room. Now, another point, when I was very young, I was very timid. So I'm very scared to sleep on my own. Any one of you have that fear, like you dare not sleep on your own? That was like when I was probably 10 years old, primary school. I really dare not sleep on my own. Like, I'm really very scared of sleeping on my own. So okay, confession. So sometimes I would secretly, especially after I wake up from a nightmare, I would secretly run to my sister's room and then I'll sleep with her. It's not like her bed is very big, okay, but I'll really squeeze myself in her bed and then I could sleep. So I guess there was a lot of insecurity last time when I was very young. So that leads to the treasured memory. I think my most treasured memory was when my parents would tell my sister and myself that tonight we can all sleep together as a family. I tell you, that's my treasured memory. It doesn't happen all the time, probably 1 month once, right? Where my dad or my mom would say, okay, you can come and sleep with us. Or we are the one that say, Mommy, Daddy, can we sleep with you tonight? Please, please, please. And then they say yes, all right? Not always yes. Like 10 times you ask them, probably 1 time they say yes. 10% closing ratio, right? And so, I remember we'll pull our mattress and we'll pull our mattress to my mom's room and then we'll sleep together, right? I tell you, it's one of the most treasured memory because it was so simple. It's such simple joy. So let's take a look at, what some of your answers as well. Clinton Lin says, I'm really grateful for my first trip memories that I sponsored my family. Oh my God, that's a good one. Clinton, where do you go? Where do you go? I can totally relate to that example. Like, you always wanted to take your family out for a holiday and you're finally able to afford to do that. I think that's beautiful. Stephen Lee says, 1 year of co-prospecting with only 600 income ringgit. All right, wow, that is a treasured memory. And who else? Crystal Louis Liu says, I've got so many treasured memories, but to name one, I fainted 3 times while giving birth to my first daughter. But when she was out and on my chest, I can't explain in words how I feel. Oh man, I'm gonna give you a like for that one. I wish I know how. I mean, okay, I don't know what is it like to have I'm still single, so I have no idea what is it like to have a child. And I always feel that the mom will always have a more intimate feeling about a child than a dad, because the child is in you, right? Let's take a look at the third one. Oh my God, this is so fun, guys. Are you having fun? Are you enjoying yourself? Are you enjoying this heart-to-heart talk, getting to know each other? And I just want you to imagine this, like in a dinner conversation, you don't need to ask all 7 questions. You can prepare just 1 or 2 questions. That's good enough, all right? And you already get to know the person better. Imagine I'm dating you, I already know so much about you. That's pretty cool. I know what you care about. I know what's important to you. That's what real connection is all about. If you could wake up tomorrow having gained 1 quality or 1 ability, what would it be and why? I really think very carefully, and I have so many superpowers that I want, okay? So I'm thinking from the point of view of superpowers first. All right, we can come up with other answers later on. But if every one of you is granted a superpower, okay, you can be an Avenger, you can be a DC comic hero, right? What would you want your superpower to be? Let me know. Alfred Yap says, the ability to time travel so that I can go back in time and meet Eric much more earlier. Why would you want to meet me much earlier? Clinton Lin says, I want to have the superpower to remove hatred. Wow. There's too much haters nowadays and we need more love and support in this world. Dude, I hope that you get your superpower, man. So to the rest of you, if you have a superpower, what you want to be? What would you want to have? Now, for me, I think the superpower that I would love to have is the power of speed. S-P-E-E-D. I want to be like Flash or Quicksilver, I guess because I'm a very impatient kid and I've got so many things I want to do and I wish I could do it very fast. And I kind of think that, Flash is really, really cool. Like you can run at super speed. I think that's like amazingly cool. So that is definitely one of the powers I want to have. I want to be a speedster. Okay. Hey, come on, guys. You're making me feel very bad about myself. Like every one of you here, I'm asking you what's your superpower, and I'm coming up with some very selfish superpower. Like I want to have speed, and you guys are saying that I want to have love. I want to heal people. You're very noble, eh? All right. So Dalton Long says, I want to have the power to freeze time. Now, can I ask you guys a question? Have you all watched this TV show called Charmed? That 3 witches. Prue, Piper, Phoebe, right? So Prue is able to move things with her mind. Piper is able to freeze things. And then Phoebe is able to be clairvoyant and see the future, right? So I love Charmed. Like if you guys do, could you help me hit the heart button so that I know that there are many Charmed fans? Guys, I'm really crazy about Charmed. So much so that during the time when Charmed was still filming, I think it was season 6, I was studying in US. I actually went to San Francisco to look for them and to go find their houses, only to realize that the real mansion is, even though the story says San Francisco, but the real mansion is not at San Francisco. The real mansion is actually at LA, Los Angeles, Prescott Street, right? So I actually went there to take photos. It was super duper cool, right? So I love Charm. I love Piper. I love the ability to freeze time as well. I would love you guys to do a favor for me, okay? Please do me a big favor. What I want you guys to do is I want you to spread the word, okay? I want you to pick 1 question and go ask your followers, go ask your family members, go ask your loved ones, go out right now, go ask them those questions and create real connection. All right, so that's the one thing I want you to do tomorrow. When you go out on a Friday to your family, Sunday when you go out with your family, please ask them one of the 7 questions. And when you do, and when you get answers, can you please tell me how is the experience? Did you create connection? Was it very fun? Was there tears? Was there joy? I want to know what happened at that dinner table. Can you do that for me, please? That would be the best gift for me. And the very beautiful thing is I get to actually know a lot more about you. I feel like you're not just an invisible follower, but you're really a real life human being that when I meet you, I can just give you a hug because I know you. All right. So, guys, thank you so much for all your attention, for all your affection. And I want to take this chance to wish you all the best. And I want to remind you that life has no meaning if there is no end to it. If you want to learn how to live, remember this. Imagine that today, every day is the last day of your life, and go live your life as best as you can according to your dreams. All right. My name is Eric. Thank you very much. I'll see you next week. Our arrangement will be the same. You'll be back into sales, marketing, and branding. I'll see you in episode 51. Bye-bye, guys. See you.